How are we doing, guys? All Leeds TV, and this is my preview of Wigan versus Leeds. So, look at the last few weeks. We haven't been at our best. We certainly haven't started games strongly enough in the first half, but we've still managed to get ourselves to second in the table, which shows this team does mean business. You know, hopefully we've got Barry Douglas coming back into the team. I know we've got Luke Ayling coming out, but Barry Douglas is a massive, massive positive. You know, in a defensive sense and going forward. You know, set pieces. You know, we've got that real threat back in the side. Yeah, so that is a big, big positive. My team for this game, I think we've got to change system for me. You know, I think we need to start getting stronger, and I think the change of system has to be made. For me, it's time for 3-3-1-3 or 3-4-3. So I'd go with Bailey Peacock-Farrell, a back three of Pontus Jansson, Calvin Phillips, Liam Cooper. And then the next three, I'd go with, on the right wing back, I'd go with Jamie Shackleton. In the holding midfield role, I'd go for Adam Forshaw. And left wing back, on the assumption that he's back in the team and fully fit, I go with Barry Douglas. If Barry Douglas isn't available, I go for Tom Pearce or Ezjan Alioski. In the attacking midfield, I go with Matthias CLARKE. On the right of the front three, Pablo Hernandez. Left of the front three, Jack Clarke. And through the middle, as ever, Kemal Roof. You know, I think we do need to change system. You know, I think the 4-1-4-1, I've said it a couple of times, I think it's limiting us a little bit. You know, I think it's turned into a 4-5-1 too easily. It's too easy to defend against. You know, out wide, you know, we've not really got much pace to really break. You know, really to break through the lines. You know, break the game down. We haven't really got much pace. You know, teams, fullbacks can just sit, and then they know they're pretty much safe there. You know, I think at the start of the season, the system worked really well because fullbacks were pushing forward. You know, you look at Derby, Stoke. It allowed people like Hernandez and Alioski that extra bit of space in behind on the counter-attack. Teams aren't doing that now. Teams are a lot more aware of our attacking quality, you know, aware of our quality on the ball and what we want to do. They sit back a little bit more against us. Whether Wigan do that or not, I don't know. You know, I've not seen much of Wigan this season, but they've seen quite a you know, good football inside. You know, we'll try and play football and we'll try and win the game. They've had some good results so far this season. But yeah, we've got to start games stronger, and I think with a 3-3-1-3, a key part of it is it gets Phillips, Forshaw and CLARKE the best out of all three. You know, I think the game on Saturday, it was quite rightly pointed out that we turned into a 4-2-3-1 because Adam Forshaw was dropping deep alongside Calvin Phillips, and that was making it. It was something we weren't used to this season, and it really made us quite difficult for us to break the other team down. You know, in that kind of shape. I think so. We have Calvin Phillips in the middle of the back three. I think it gives Pontus and Liam Cooper that extra bit of protection. And Calvin Phillips' quality on the ball as well to get that ball out the back. That's something else we struggle with a little bit with a back four. Getting the ball out the back, and I can only see it getting worse with Luke Ayling out of the team. You know, I think we need that quality on the ball to be able to play out the back. You know, the speed, the tempo, and not just sideways, forwards. You know, and that's, you know, what we're looking at, vertical passing like at the start of the season. Then Adam Forshaw in the holding midfield role. You know, it gives you a bit of everything. Adam Forshaw, energy, can tackle, good on the ball, can drive forward, can play box to box. I think he's perfect for that role, personally. You know, I think he's seriously got the energy to play, in effect, to an extent, a one-man centre midfield role, but he would have Matthias CLARKE in front of him, who could come back and form a 3-4-3 if necessary. But Matthias CLARKE, for me, has to be playing number 10 in this game. He's been such a threat going forward this season, and he's probably our key player. You know, he just offers us absolutely everything in this team: passing, goals, assists, you know, creativity, and just is that all-round option in this team. And for me, he has to play in the key part of Bielsa's 3-3-1-3, which is the Enganche role, the number 10. He has to be in that position for me. There is an argument for Samu Saïv, but for me, I don't know. I don't think he did enough on Saturday. He played a big part in the goal, but I don't think he got on the ball enough to force his way back into the side. There is definitely a case for Samu Saïv after his performance, you know, at the start of the season, and I think maybe a 3-3-1-3 might get a bit more, might be a bit more suited to him, but he'd probably be more of an impact sub for me in this kind of game. And then at right wing back, I'd go with Jamie Shackleton. I think he's the only real option at the moment we have who's comfortable going forward. You know, I think Jamie Shackleton's absolutely superb in the games he's played at right back so far, even if he is a centre midfielder. And then Barry Douglas, of course, is a big bonus as well if he's back for this game too. But yeah, if we can start this game strongly, you know, I think the fitness element does kick in the second halves, but we can't keep relying on second halves of games to rescue a point or get 3 points. It's simply not going to happen for us. You know, I remember in the Gary Monk season, we were slow starters in games, and eventually it caught up with us. You know, you have to start games, you have to set the tempo in those first 20 minutes. Try and get an early goal. You know, you get in this team, if we get an early goal, and teams have to start coming out and attacking us, that's where we can get a 2 or 3 goal wins, or 4 or 5 goal wins. You look at Norwich, Stoke, Derby, we got that early goal, it totally changes the whole complexion of all 3 games. You know, and it allowed us to dominate all 3 games and win all 3 games comfortably. That's the only way I can see us getting back to those sort of standards, you know, of absolutely, you know, just be absolutely brilliant, is getting the good starts to games. You know, for me, the key bit of this Wigan team is Nick Powell. Yeah, they're very much a 4-2-3-1 side. Nick Powell's playing that number 10 role, and he's a key part of this team. He's been by far their biggest goal threat in terms of goals and assists, and we've got to make sure we don't let him get on the ball too much. You know, he's a real dangerous player, able to shoot from outside the box, good at getting into the box. He's just a real goal threat, really, from that position. So he's a key part of this team. But I think it's a game where I'm looking at and thinking we can win this game. But as I said before, the main thing is avoiding, you know, losing games like this. You know, we can't. You look at the next 2 games before the international break, Wigan and West Brom. They're 2 very, I think you'd have to find them as losable games. But as long as we can get ourselves 2 or 3 points in the next, maybe even 4 out of these next 2 games, it represent a good start to the season, a very good start to the season, really. And I think we will probably still be there and thereabouts with around 31 points from the first, I think it'd be 17 games. That'd be a decent start, and it should be there and thereabouts. But hopefully, we start this game strongly, see a bit of a tactical change. Make sure you let us know in the comments down below your thoughts on that, whether you still go with the same system. If you would bring in people like Jack Clarke for this game, I've not really mentioned Jack Clarke actually. Jack Clarke should start this game for me due to his impact against Forest and Blackburn. And I think he just I think against a team against Wigan, where he really can dominate a game like this. You know, I think based on what he's done so far against Forest and Blackburn, you know, let him start the game. Let him see what he can do. You know, if it doesn't work after 60 minutes, take him off and just accept that he's maybe not ready. But for me, I think this is a real chance to play Jack Clarke. You know, I think it's just, yeah, I think just the opportunity's there. I think he looks like a real goal threat. He'll take players on, and he can really break down the lines. And he's a really, really important player for me in this kind of game. You know, the defensive lines. You know, with Alioski or Dallas there, they're not really trying to take on players as much, and it makes it more difficult. You know, it relies too much on the quality in the midfield to, you know, pass away out of situations. You need to dribble your way as well sometimes. You can't just be relying on passing the ball to break down teams. You've got to have that different element to your game, and I think Jack Clarke offers that. But make sure to let us know in the comments down below whether you'd give Jack Clarke a start in this game, and just your general thoughts on the game. Do you think we can win this game? How crucial do you think a win will be in this game? If you've enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I've been Oscar Marriott. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you later.